Hey guys, in today's video I've got some news coming out of the Philippines, a bit more hope for the future for international tourism. Stick around. Okay guys, so we have some news coming out of the Philippines. I'll start with the not as important news and we'll get to the bigger news here in just a second. But the first piece of information is Metro Manila Council votes to ease general community quarantine status to modified general community quarantine status. Now, in the Philippines right now, there were four levels. There was enhanced community quarantine, modified enhanced community quarantine, general community quarantine, and modified general community quarantine, which is the lowest level of the quarantines, allowing the most freedoms. Now, they are saying that by March 1st, they plan on opening up the whole Philippines to modified general community quarantine. If that happens, we expect that domestic tourism should open from island to island without all the quarantines and things like that. Again, we don't know for sure yet. I guess we'll find out on March 1st. It's starting to happen where you can go to certain islands without any kind of quarantine. The problem is coming back to your original island. Sometimes that place will require you to do a 14-day quarantine. Now, this came up just a few hours ago, about 4 or 5 hours ago. Metro Manila Council voted and it passed. However, that's still not official. It says, although they are not binding in any way, the recommendations of the MMC have historically been mirrored by the Coronavirus Task Force and later approved by President Duterte. Again, these articles will be down in the comments section. Next up, we have the FDA, no EUA, no Sinovac in the Philippines. Now, it was supposed to arrive from China for February 23rd, still up in the air as the company has yet to submit 4 required documents to the Food and Drug Administration, which is probably not a bad thing because I know most Filipinos don't want the Chinese vaccine. They prefer to have the AstraZeneca or the Pfizer or things like that. I'm not going to hang on and chat too much about this. Again, it'll be down in the comment section. And the last piece, now this has been already reported by a few vloggers, but I'm going to go through it and give you my take on it. But now this has come out. This is actually nothing new. The Department of Transportation eyes foreign tourists this year. Metro Manila's shift to modified general community quarantine in March. So the Department of Tourism has actually come out about 3 times in 3 different articles I've read that they're eyeing and they want to open up for international tourism this year. So the only thing different about this article, which just came out yesterday, is that for the first time they gave a little bit of a hint about that. And it says that the Department of Tourism on Wednesday said it's aiming to open the country to foreign tourists within the year, especially those who have already been vaccinated against COVID-19. Now, the previous times that they've come out and said they wanted to open up for international tourism this year, they never mentioned anything about being vaccinated against COVID-19. So now they're dropping a hint here. So does that mean that they won't let people in who are not vaccinated? Time will tell. We will find out. But it seems possibly that way. But she's saying that she hopes that foreign arrivals will be allowed after the government also has recently allowed Filipinos or Balikabayans this month. So as of February, they had started to let in if you have a student visa, work visa, investment visa. If you have a Filipino spouse, you have a child who's Filipino. So she also added that they're eyeing Metro Manila's shift to the less strict modified general community quarantine in March to allow freer travel to boost domestic tourism. She says we should really restart tourism because a lot of people lost their jobs. It's almost 1 year already. We know what to do. Metro Manila is placed under GCQ, but MGCQ is freer and tourism can be open to everybody. So March 1st is kind of the goal, and we're going to see what happens on March 1st if they do actually go to modified general community quarantine for the whole entire island, or excuse me, the whole Philippines. That will be a start in the right direction. It does look like the Department of Tourism wants to get international tourism open again this year. But now, for the first time, we've got hints about people being vaccinated. So if you haven't been vaccinated, will you be able to get to the Philippines? Time will tell. We will find out. Not a really long video, guys. Just wanted to come out and let you know what was going on in the news here. And let's cross our fingers, and hopefully people will be back in the Philippines later this year. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you found this video useful, please consider sharing it. Hit the thumbs up if you like it. That does help with the YouTube algorithm. And as always, if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell notification. That'll keep you updated every time I do a new video, live stream, things like that. Appreciate it, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.